Charlie, have you seen my boy Ethan recently? My boy Ethan Carter?
No, I have actually. I was going to ask you that question because I cannot find this kid anywhere.
We were at Costco and we were together, and then I went down the yogurt aisle, and then I turn around and it's like, where'd he go? Some thrilling gameplay capture here to start off things in a pitch black church where you can't see anything. Man, Vanishing of Ethan Carter. What a weird ass game, Charlie Hall.
Oh my goodness, but it's so pretty, Griffin. It is so beautiful.
It's really neat. It is. I think the first time I heard about it was I think they talked about it as a PS4 title coming to PS4 at Gamescom, Sony's press conference, but it has arrived on PC earlier. It arrived last week on Friday, and it is an exploration, adventure, puzzle, mystery game that gives you absolutely no introductory help, like, at all, in terms of understanding, like, what the hell you are doing, where you are, who you are. I mean, I guess you learn what your name is, but, like, it just sort of throws you into a forest and is like, we're not going to tell you what to do. Have fun.
Mm-hmm. I got that same sense of kind of just confusion in the first 20, 30 minutes of the game as I did with Dear Esther, which is just...
I didn't play that one. But
it's like a Scottish walking simulator. That's
right.
About all it is. There's actually so much more content and gameplay, I think, to this versus Dear Esther. And it's that much more beautiful.
It is really, really goddamn gorgeous. Like, the very first part of the game, you're, like, walking over a bridge. And no kidding, it looks so painterly and so nice. But, like, you don't know what you're doing. You know that you're, like, looking for Ethan Carter, obviously. That much is given to you in the title. But you don't really know how to do that. So we've seen a couple of the mechanics so far. Just there, I saw a glimpse into the past of this scene of the crime. Whoa, really made that oil lamp dance around. This is sort of the main. This segment of the game is sort of one of the main hooks of what you'll be doing, which is solving a murder. Although I have not found the murder-e yet. Basically, what you have to do is recreate the scene of the murder, and that can require you to find missing objects like that oil lamp. I knew that something was there, but I couldn't. It wasn't in place, and so using my sight, I sort of figured out the general direction it was in. Went, chase it down, and now I can go put it back to sort of assemble the clue. And basically, you have to do that a bunch, and once you've assembled the clues, you can sort of move things forward. So now that that's back, that clue is good to go.
Yeah, there's so much occult imagery, and you kind of get the impression that all of these objects and locations that you're playing with kind of just, they have an energy.
Yeah.
And you're trying to pierce through the veil with this mechanic that they've got and just drink all of that horrible energy in.
It's got a cosmic horror flavor to it that is, like, super doing it for me. So here, that's me using my echolocation again. That's clearly a dude. So we're gonna go get to the bottom of that here in a bit. But yeah, I mean, it's like there are a few kind of complex mechanisms to the game, and it literally tells you nothing to start out.
But using this whole the ability to kind of pierce the veil and kind of feel your way through the environment, though, they solve a lot of those challenges that people have when they encounter these kind of Myst-like puzzle games. They're like, where do I go now? Where is this thing? It's all kind of driven by this extrasensory perception that you have. It's very, very organic and very clever.
Yeah, and I don't know that I've run into anything especially as like difficult as Myst, or as obtuse, I should say, as Myst. There are some so in addition to like these mystery solving segments, there are like some genuinely super challenging puzzles. I don't know if you've done this one, and it's funny, Charlie, talking about the game with you. There is shit that we did that the other person didn't, because it tells, the very first thing you get when you load up the game is a screen telling you this game's not going to hold your hand, which means, like, as a natural result, you're going to miss shit because it's a huge open world. You could run through it, like, I guess maybe not solving any of the murders, not like doing any of the puzzles, but like I found a cutscene at the beginning that you missed. I don't know if you found the astronaut cutscene ever.
No.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of things to find, and I guess as a natural result, miss. But I did a puzzle in an. Oh no. Oh geez. I did a puzzle in this house where every doorway in the house was like a portal, and you could change what room the portal opened up to, and you had to like piece the house back together by selecting the right rooms through the portals. But like, you don't know that that's what you're doing when you walk into the house. You just see a house with like shiny doors. You don't get like a pop-up saying, now you got to make sure that you put the house back in order. Like, you just don't get that.
But then you get these kind of almost cinematic conclusions to a scene when you put it together, and it's been very rewarding.
Yeah.
How they're pacing it out. It's just a long, drawn out set of puzzles that you're doing, and then you get this little explanation. Well, what are you talking about? An astronaut? Was the astronaut in the house, or is that a different thing?
No, it's out in the field. There's like there's like a pylon that you have to touch, and then you chase him, and then you go into space.
Okay.
It's batshit crazy. It's so great. It's the story of the game too is like, it's so dark, like so dark. It's basically about a family trying to kill their son, and like you don't know why, but there's like a cosmic horror element to it that is like so freaking creepy. And that's pulling me through the game in a big way. So here we've found all of the clues, and now we get to a part of the game that I'm not especially good at yet, where you can sort of see a like manifestation of those clues in the history. So we're seeing some of the members of the Carter family here, trying to check and see. So that guy's the murder victim there, and we could see down in the hole that his eye got stabbed. So the game is going to want me to put these events in order. And so to do that, like, the only thing you have to go on is to look at like what they're doing and try and like evaluate their physical condition. So by telling like when his eye got stabbed, I can try and, you know, put things together in the right order.
Or like what they're holding. The woman in the scene has a lamp in some scenes, and then there's one scene where she doesn't have a lamp. So I was trying to use that to piece it all together. It's all very visual.
Mm-hmm. I'm not super great at this part though. It took me quite a few tries to get this one right. In fact, let's jump ahead, because thanks to the magic of video editing, I don't have to embarrass myself. All right, I think we got it now.
Okay.
First try.
Now, when I was out in Poland visiting with the team, I actually got to see the very first play test of the game ever live, and it's actually some video that we're hoping to bring to the site soon.
Oh, cool.
But they were actually working on this chronology mechanic, and they were trying to make it so that it wasn't a gated process where there wasn't a fail state where you had to start all the way back over again. And I really like how it's evolved. It's tedious to a point, but it's not like you have to start the whole thing over. You can kind of nudge individual scenes around, and it becomes you're able to add what you've learned from replaying it.
Yeah, you basically
much more quickly.
You got to put the slides in order, but once you start getting them right, they'll lock into place. So like I had number 1 and 2 right, but like 3 through 6, I just had no idea. I was just kind of guessing, because when you actually pointed out the lamp thing to me, it actually when she's holding the lamp totally helps put it in order. I just didn't realize it yet, because I'm a bad detective. I'm sorry. But it's really cool. It's like a cool mechanic. The first murder in the game is like so graphic and so messed up. I mean, this one's obviously not great. He gets necked there, and that's really too bad. But
and the voiceover. Oh my goodness, the voiceover actors are really very competent.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's like one of my favorite VO performances throughout of the year necessarily, but they really do sell it in the gurgling and the. Ugh.
Yeah, they die real good.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I don't want to show off any more of it because I don't know if it's an especially long game, and honestly, it's all about sort of cracking the code of the game's bizarre visual language. But I have definitely been enjoying it a whole lot. It's just so bizarre, and it's so bold to make a game with this much polish and then like not tell people how to play it.
Not right.
You know, like it's
That's our boy.
I'm always impressed when a developer like busts their ass on a game, like making it, and
Yeah.
then says you can feel free to skip as much of this as you want. And that's what they've done here, but it makes for a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, I didn't expect this from the guys that made Bulletstorm. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that
me
much.
neither. Me neither. It's kind of a tonal shift, but I mean, it's definitely bloody, like Bulletstorm. So I guess it has that. Anyway, thanks for watching, Charlie. Thanks for joining me. And we'll see you guys later on.